So, like, going back to your music a little bit, I really like your music because it feels very real and raw and emotive in many different ways. And I think it's, in other ways, very vulnerable in many ways that a lot of male singers aren't willing to be. What is it about your music writing style or about your personality or the way you process things that lets you write these types of songs?
That's a really good question. I think a lot of it is I can't lie to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if something feels like, if something doesn't feel real to me, like if I'm, for example, if somebody like sends me a song and they want me to sing it, which I don't really do, and it's like a good song and the melodies are solid and whatever, like, if it doesn't have anything to do with my life, like, it hurts. It would hurt me so much to like force myself to relate to that.
Right.
So I just have like a really specific ear with music and melodies and production and lyrics. So like when I'm writing my own music, I'm really curating it like as I'm writing it, and I'll write a million things before I settle on something that I like. And I just only want to write the things that I want to hear. And I only like a very small quantity of the music that exists in the world. So I don't know. I think being vulnerable is a necessity for me in that sense, because I mean, vulnerability is just, you know, not being afraid of being honest,
right?
You know, and I have to be honest, and I can't be afraid of putting music out because that's what I love to do.
Yeah.
You know,
when it comes to, you know, like your song, All the Kids Are Depressed, did you ever go through a period of that, or was that more influenced by the people around you or fans, or, you know, I'm curious.
Yeah, I've definitely like dealt with depression and anxiety in my life, but my own experiences wasn't what inspired the writing of the song. When I was a junior in college, my third year, I lived with 3 really good friends, and 2 of them were taking antidepressants. And I was really just like, I knew that like a lot of people are on medication for anxiety and depression, but like I was never really close with people that were. And in college, like so many kids that I knew were on them and very open about talking about it and open about talking about mental illness, which was new for me in college. Because in high school, like if somebody, you know, like had issues with depression and like couldn't really stay in school, they were the outcast.
Right, you're bullied for that.
Yeah, which is awful.
Which is crazy.
It's like,
it's not helping the case.
It's like kicking you when you're down.
Right.
You know, it's like people that deal with that like need support.
Right.
You know, and to feel alienated, that makes it so much worse.
Absolutely.
And so at college, people were super open about it because everyone dealt with it, and people were just educated enough to know that it's something you should talk about.
Yeah.
And so I was like having all these realizations, like, oh my God, it affects so many people. It's not just me. It's not just these people that you hear about. It's literally everyone. Nobody is 100%. Like, life is hard. And everybody likes to pretend that life is so easy and so fun all the time. And it's not, obviously.
Yeah.
And so I rarely ever start songs with a lyric. Like, I'm usually just in the studio and I like make the music first and then see what I feel about that, and I write about that. But this song started as a line in like a note in my phone. I just kind of write down things that are inspiring me or things that I'm thinking about. And one line was All the Kids Are Depressed. And I kind of sat on it for a couple weeks. And then one day I picked up my guitar and like wrote it.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great story. No, I when I first heard it, I was like, wow, that's so powerful. And I love it. And I loved how honest it was. And so I was like, I wonder if his friends were really all depressed. Like, I was just like curious about that. But that's super cool. Hey guys, did you guys like that video? Then make sure you guys subscribe to Dive Studios YouTube channel and put your notifications on, because we got a lot more great content coming your way. Look at this video. See? Wow. And this is great too. Enjoy.